Humanology in quite a few different languages around the world. We're offering Humanology in English, in Spanish, in French, and I guess Eva will soon be offering it in Czech. Something I can't wait to see, which is great because Humanology is here to help the world, to help human beings, and to do that we have to train more and more humanologists so we can help everyone. But tell me, Eva, how would you say Humanology helps you, personally, you, both as a human being and as a professional?
Okay, so now what I will say, I don't really want to sound it like a sales pitch.
Well, do, I don't mind.
But the truth is that the humanology training has enriched me in so many areas on the personal as well as professional level. Mm-hmm. So on the personal level, just taking the training and doing all the exercises myself, as you said, like we have to practice them on ourselves first, right? So at the beginning, it has definitely boosted my life optimism and motivation. Mm-hmm. It had me review and be more aware of my values, mm-hmm. which is always a good thing to do, right? It had made me expand my worldview in general and become even more open. It improved my communication and relationships with my family and friends. And in general, I could say that it improved my self-confidence and feeling in life in general. So, definitely already a big gift and many benefits just taking this training for myself.
Sorry, that brings me back to that example you mentioned at the beginning of the interview. You spoke about a very close friend of yours. Of course, I know whom you meant, and how she'd gone from treatment to treatment, from professional to professional, and was still feeling quite depressed and quite unhappy about her life and wasn't herself. And then how Humanology really helped her turn around. And that is basically what you're also commenting about yourself, how Humanology can give you so many different tools that can really help you in so many different aspects of your personal life that your world completely changes. See, to my listeners, this is one of the greatest advantages of Humanology. Humanology is a profession and a discipline that is at the service of human beings. It doesn't focus on one aspect of human beings. It doesn't focus like psychology does on the mind, or like religion does on spirituality, or even like medicine does on the body. Humanology is here to help you at all levels. And if there is a tool that we discover, that we learn, that we master, that is not a purely humanological tool, we will include it as well, because one never knows what the other human being might need. That's why Humanology is such a comprehensive discipline. Wouldn't you agree, Eva?
Yeah, it's very complex. It can really be used in all areas of life. So what I mentioned before, it was just how it, let's say, helped myself personally. But I'm fascinated how it can actually help in a professional life. So, I mean, those tools, they can help in the communication in workplace in general. It can help you understand who you have in the team. It can help you create more, let's say, more efficient or especially happy teams. It can help you when managing conflicts in a team. It can even help you support better your colleagues in a difficult life situation, which happens. I think for managers and HR departments, it can also help in preventing burnouts, which is a big topic today in many workplaces. And when we look around it, no matter what profession we do, we are at the end all human beings. So if you look at any profession, it can benefit the team leaders, managers, HR function, or even customer service and salespersons who are meeting customers. So as we know, in today's highly competitive environment, know your customer, it's the biggest thing. So really understanding who you have in front of you and being able to communicate with that person on a, let's say, good and honest level that can help finally everyone involved.
Yeah, I fully, totally agree with you, Eva. I couldn't have said it better than you just did. Humanology is a great discipline to help companies and executives. We're using it in companies all around the world right now, and it's really helping companies change the way they work, change the way they deal with their employees, with their teams, with their managers, with their clients, with their suppliers. There's a lot of new tools out in the market today. There's positive psychology, there is emotional intelligence, and they're being applied to companies, but almost like on a pill basis. That is, there is a problem, apply this tool. The difference between that and humanology is that humanology approaches the human component of the company once again in a more integral, comprehensive way. We don't just give them one solution for everyone. No, humanology helps us approach each of the human beings in a company individually while getting teams to become stronger, more solid, and more supportive. So I fully agree with you, Eva. Humanology is here to stay and is here to help companies. We also have financial humanology, for example, humanology for couples. We're also already starting to work applying humanology in fields such as Asperger's syndrome and many other fields like pedagogy, education, writing and creation, creativity, humanology. Studies and works with human beings, understanding human beings, should be a basic requirement for any other field. Don't you agree? So Eva, what else would you like our listeners to know about humanology? What is your last message to our listeners today? What would you like to tell them?
Well, I guess my message to everyone would be just thank you for listening and enjoy every day you have.
Thank you, Eva. Thank you. That is a beautiful, really optimistic message. I love it. Enjoy every day. Enjoy every minute. Yes. And if you want to learn a little bit more about humanology, remember, you can write me an email and get all the information about these training courses. info@jessicajlockhart.com. Remember also that we are giving a copy of coaching for you for free today. Are you going to be the lucky winner? You just have to write an email to me, info@jessicajlockhart.com, telling me what you think humanology could do for you, or what it means to you if you'd rather. And you can also write it down on the chat service here on Coach on Fire. And within a few minutes, we're going to come back and answer the question that someone asked us in Answering You. And if you happen to be in Switzerland and speak Spanish, you should know that we're going to have a face-to-face humanology training course being held here starting in September till March next year. It will take place every once a month on Friday evenings and Saturday the whole day. So live face-to-face training course in Spanish, humanology training course. What are you waiting for? Don't you want to become a humanologist and start understanding human beings? And now, what you've all been waiting for, let's start answering your questions. We have a very interesting question coming from Switzerland. Now, we're going to start answering you. So the question we're going to be answering today came from someone called Anna from here, Switzerland. Anna is telling us that she has been living here in Switzerland for 3 years and is still having difficulty fitting in and making friends and is quite upset about it. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Anna. I'm really sorry that you're feeling so down, so blue. Of course, you're more than welcome to come to, I'll say it, you're more than welcome to come and meet me. I can introduce you to Eva and a few other people. But going back to your question and answering you as a humanologist, Anna, it is true that different cultures have different beliefs and hold different beliefs, as we said in one of our previous editions, in one of our previous episodes of Conversations with Jessica. When you move into a new country, you come to the country bringing your own beliefs. Your social and cultural beliefs are the ones that will tell you how to relate, how to interact with other human beings. So, for example, in Mediterranean countries, those beliefs will usually lead people to being very open and very loud and very warm when welcoming and meeting new people. In more northern countries, or for example in Asian countries, those social and cultural beliefs will somehow curtail their expression in public and will make them display less affection in public. People who come from those cultures will not be so open and will definitely not be so loud. Well, having lived here in Switzerland for 4 years now, Anna, I kind of agree with you that Swiss people are perhaps not that warm at welcoming people, at welcoming new people here and opening their doors and their homes and their hearts. I think that the Swiss culture is very focused on establishing very strong liaisons and very strong relationships with the people they happen to live with and grow up with. Because Switzerland used to be quite a closed country, surrounded by mountains in Europe, then the European Union that also isolated it a little bit, and being a unique country, people tended to grow in their own neighborhoods or villages and mingle with the people in their own natural environments. Then the world opened up a little bit and immigrants started coming and people from many different countries, and the Swiss continued making friends with those who went to school with them and with those they had to share their lives with. Very strong family ties, very strong school ties, very, very close-knit society.